The situation is tense here in West Virginia's Moundsville prison. The inmates have taken over and they've got hostages. These guards are part of the rescue operation. But this isn't quite as it seems. While the guards and the equipment are real enough, this is all a training exercise in a disused prison, with the inmates played by criminal justice students.
I understand what these prisoners are going through on a daily basis, but I also understand how these special teams react and what kind of use of force they use and all these specialized weapons and masks. So it's really good because it shows me what different kinds of technology I'll be using.
We get knocked around a little bit, but it's definitely well worthwhile because it gives my students an opportunity to see things in action. It gives the officers an opportunity to get close to the real thing.
Everything from escapes to armed standoffs to all-out riots are simulated here. It's quite a spectacle, which even draws in tourists. For the riot response squads, it's a way to get used to the latest equipment and tactics. Drills like this have helped steadily reduce the number of prison riots in the US, despite an ever-growing number of inmates.
Prison conditions have come a long way in the last 30 years. It's not that the inmate population is any less violent, we are just getting better at managing them.
30 years ago when I started, the primary group of employees that an inmate came in direct daily contact with was corrections officers, and they saw a counselor maybe twice a year. And that's just not the case anymore. Most inmates have the opportunity to see a counselor just about every day.
The annual event attracts officers from across the US and some from abroad, making it a magnet for companies selling law enforcement technologies.
That round isn't just going to crack, it's going to literally burst. And when it bursts, you're going to see all that little micropulverized powder with the chemical agent inside of it is going to make a nice big cloud all around that suspect. So he has no choice but to basically inhale and ingest that chemical irritant.
Potential users get to test some of this new kit. And regardless of whether their targets are actors or not, their bruises are real enough.